As Flight Simulator 2020 moves ever closer to release, the news about development continues to roll out. This week, Microsoft revealed their partnership with Vatsim, the ATC solution, and meanwhile a growing list of third-party developers confirmed their involvement with iconic planes such as Concorde on the way. Let's jump in then and take a look at that. Now, Vatsim is a very nice addition to this developing platform. Over the past few months, Microsoft have been showing a number of their partners and how they are helping the flight simulator to be a massive, fully featured sim. Vatsim began all the way back in 2001 with the idea of building a network of flight sim enthusiasts powering a place where people can learn and develop their knowledge of flight sim experiences. Eventually, this grew to become a massive community with over 79,000 active members, where simmers can do many things, including joining a network of virtual air traffic controllers. The Vatsim announcement video clip that Microsoft posted yesterday shows real voices from both those flying in the sim as well as those acting as virtual ATCs. It's an optional layer of added simulation that brings a sim much closer to reality. It's also something that is widely enjoyed in other flight sims such as X-Plane 11 and Prepared. The interesting thing about all of this is that Vatsim essentially connects all flight sims together so that an ATC operator will be able to see all the planes connected to the network regardless of which sim they are actually flying in. There's very clearly a huge number of benefits about all of this, and it opens up the world of flight simming very wide indeed. Overall then, the real advantage of Vatsim is that it creates an environment within your sim that very closely reflects the real world. The presence of many pilots and of course a fully functional ATC, all of who use real-world procedures and phraseology, all add immensely to the experience. Of course, this is all optional content, but it's a fantastic option to have. Now, Microsoft haven't detailed exactly how they will be partnering with Vatsim. It may be they have a unique process for all of this, which would indeed make sense considering that Flight Simulator 2020 will have an Xbox release where Vatsim would also need to be available and work. Keep in mind that everything Microsoft have announced so far has been available directly within the sim without any need whatsoever to leave the sim or require the use of third-party add-ons. To all intents and purposes, this means that the new Microsoft Flight Simulator is one of, if not the most comprehensive flight sims ever released when talking about content that is available straight out of the box. I'm really looking forward to seeing more details about this partnership, so hopefully we'll see more details on this very soon. The latest feedback snapshot is now available, bringing this up to version 6. There's a few changes to the snapshot over version 5, many of which the public will now be well aware of. The top questions are a great example of this. In the Now Answered section, we have aircraft and airport lists. We also have a pre-order timeline, release date and pricing model answered. Outstanding questions are Bing improvements and update frequencies. Now, I did touch on this in my previous video, which is linked below. Bing Maps continues to receive massive amounts of updates, with Microsoft adding over 80,000 square kilometers of bird's eye view data over the past few months alone. Now, bird's eye view being the highly detailed photogrammetry environments. Microsoft seem to be hinting with this question that the new data will be imported into Flight Simulator 2020 on a regular basis. If that turns out to be true, then the sim will be constantly growing, developing and improving. Also in the unanswered section are questions regarding missions, the damage model and fully functional airports. Elsewhere in the feedback snapshot we can see the Boeing 747 has been improved, whilst everything else, at least on this list, remains mostly the same. Top questions also remain unanswered, however we can now see the addition of a playable ATC, which we kind of already have an answer to with the announcement of Vatsim integration. Over the past few weeks and months, more and more third-party developers have confirmed their involvement with Microsoft and Flight Simulator 2020. For those of you new to flight sims, third-party developers are a massive deal for the genre. They create new planes, new scenery, airports and cities, as well as many other add-ons and improvements. Now, Microsoft have stated that they view Flight Simulator 2020 as a platform, and this is backed up by the inclusion of a marketplace directly in the sim, where simmers will be able to purchase all manner of third-party add-ons. There's far too many developers to go into detail on this video. However, I want to talk briefly about a few that really stand out to me, and these ones are plane developers. Do keep in mind that there are also scenery devs and others out there. I will talk about those in the future. Now, DC Designs are a very well established third-party developer in the flight sim world. These guys are well known for their military jets and other flight sims, and whilst they haven't confirmed any military jets for Flight Simulator 2020 just yet, the fact that they actually exist certainly makes it a possibility. What they have confirmed, however, is very interesting, and they will be bringing the iconic Concorde to Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's very nice news indeed. Aerosoft, of course, are the publishers of the retail physical edition of the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. However, Aerosoft also have a large catalogue of flight sim add-ons, some of which they've confirmed will be coming to Flight Simulator 2020. Whilst they haven't yet confirmed which add-ons will be coming, it's worth noting that they produce such planes as the CRJ-700, the Lightning F6 and the F-14, as well as a range of Airbus planes and many more. They also have a catalogue of many other impressive add-ons, so it'll be interesting to see which of these products make it into the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. PMDG are very well known plane developers, and they've confirmed that they will be bringing their range of planes into Flight Simulator 2020. In an announcement made a little while back, they confirmed that they will be bringing the Boeing 737, 747, 777 and also the DC-6 into Microsoft Flight Simulator. So there we have it, some very good news there. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.